losing their jobs. I mean, whether you're here tonight and this makes sense, you'll decide that. But, right now people are losing their jobs and companies are closing down, pay cuts. So it's definitely causing and forcing people, to find other means, to find other ways really to make money. I think that's the best thing you'll take away from tonight, that this is working. And like they said, if it's not for you, no hard feelings. Nobody's here to push you. But I've been a part of this company for 6 years. So I can tell you guys a lot of details about the product, a lot about the company. The owner, BK Barreto, who's actually in town. But really more what it can do for you, what it can do for all of us working together. Obviously, a lot of the people here being in the Navy appreciate what you guys do for us. And an unbelievable story is developing around, this NPR, what we're calling, this revolution for the really the military in a sense. But also, the people, like you said, the civilians. I'm not necessarily, in the same background. I have the same story. My story is different from a lot of people here. Real quick, I grew up in Carlsbad, went to Carlsbad High 3 years, El Camino, Oceanside, Wildcats. So if you guys play basketball or sports down here, we probably played you. Long story. Had a great, senior year there, wanted to play in college. If you're an athlete, my whole dream was playing at the college level, playing basketball. Graduated 04, I'm 27, and signed with UC San Diego. But long story, I was in a car wreck out in South Carolina at a family reunion. So I didn't end up playing for them that fall. I never ended up playing. That whole dream kind of went out the door. And it's because my dad, that fall, was on my butt. He said, look, you got to get a job or go to school. I'm sure all of us have kind of heard that. Well, I said, well, one, if I go to school, I'll lose a year of eligibility. So with the whole basketball thing, I didn't want to do that. Started my clock. But number two, I said, I'm not going to go work at Best Buy. No offense. But all my friends, work at Radio Shack. They work at Best Buy. They hate it. They barely make any money. So I'm sitting at home. Most of my friends are doing stuff that's not legal. So I started a business, and it was around flat screen TVs. And if you guys remember, they were like 10 Gs when they first came out. Your dad probably got one. They're crazy expensive, HD. So I had this crazy idea. I left at my parents' house. I'm 18 out of high school, that fall. And I said, I could start my own business. I'm going to sell flat screens. And I'm going to do home theater and sell these TVs, installation, and service. But at 18, I had to do something different. Tonight, this is different. Tonight, I had to do something creative. Why? I didn't have any money to advertise. I didn't have a store. I didn't have a showroom. I had no marketing experience. So I got creative. I started finding realtors. Realtors are the people that sell people their homes. So I'd call up a realtor. I'd find their business card. I'd find the thing in the grass. My dad would give me a referral. Hey, Mr. Ferreira, this guy that did TV work with. I said, hey, I want to meet you for lunch. I hope you make a few grand a month. So obviously this guy was kind of down to meet up. And I said, hey, every time you sell a home, I can help you make a little bit of money. But number two, talk about some real estate. And I would meet him and say, hey, I'd buy him a sandwich. Hey, you just sold this guy a house. If you can refer him, I'll get a flat screen for him, save him money off Best Buy. I didn't have the insurance, the expenses, the overhead, the cost. One, we'll install it, make it look good, make you look good. But every time you get me a job, I'll give you $1,000. Well, I had realtors run with that, and my first year out of high school, I made over $100,000, which was really a fluke. And I'm not here to talk about the TV days, but I was in the right place at the right time. And I worked my butt off, man. I mean, I know how hard you guys work in the Navy, man. I know what that means. I know a lot of us that work hard at our job, but obviously kind of got burned out of that. But I had to make a change. I don't know where you guys are tonight in your lives, but I had to make a change. One, around 07, I did that from like 04 to about 08. Mid-07, when the economy hit. All of us obviously know have been affected in some way. People stopped putting all that money in their homes. Nobody's in Poway, where he talked about, I did, my friend here tonight introduced me to, I basically met Sean Merriman, did, his house. I went out to Poway and did an $80,000 job there. And my point being, but now in the economy, people aren't putting all that money in their homes, number one. Number two, Costco. Can't stand those guys. Basically, in a nutshell, they started selling flat screens, and it kind of killed my whole business. When they were 10 Gs at Best Buy, 9 at Costco, 8, 7 now, like Walmart will beat any price out. Now they're $1,000, dude. They're so cheap. So there's no money in that. If you follow me, it's like in a business mindset. Number one. So I had to make a change, and it was to Vima. And it's what you're hearing tonight, and it was the best decision I ever made. When you hear this gentleman Charlton go in a few minutes, and what this has done for him, being in the Navy, man, it's going to raise your belief. But basically, I was introduced to this from my parents. This is Vima product. I had no interest in the business side. I was like, I've seen Mary Kay, I'm not doing that. Sorry, I'm not into that, whatever. But I started taking this product, Vima, I'll talk about it in a second. And I love how I felt, man, as an athlete. I liked it, my energy level. But my mom was the real reason I got involved with this company. My mom, basically from the South, has had high blood pressure a long time. takes Vima, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but had great results. Her blood pressure went down and got off medication. So I don't know about you guys, but there's a huge health side to the story that you're hearing. But if that happened to you or someone you know, family, your mom or dad, that'd raise your belief like crazy. I went to the events. There's one coming up in Carlsbad. I saw a lot of parents, no young people. I was the only young guy there. And these parents are like, I've been on Vima, my blood pressure's down, cholesterol's down. People with like irritable bowel, chronic fatigue, all these health problems because we eat junk food. What'd you eat last night? Late night Mexican, in and out, taco. Look at what we eat, man. We eat because we don't have the money to eat healthy. We don't eat healthy. We don't have the time. You're late to work. You're late to being on deck. You're late for class. We don't have the time. We eat for taste. You ever had Five Guys? Yeah, we eat for different reasons, so not because of the right reason, though. People aren't eating organic and preservative-free. And look at this, you guys, the rise in cancer and diabetes and heart disease, juvenile diabetes. I went to the car wash in Carlsbad. The guy I've known since, I can't even remember, like 12 years, went in my car wash. Guy has cancer. I'm like, where's Tony? So he's at home, he's going through chemo. It's like we hear about it, maybe we don't pay attention, but the point is that's a big problem. So my belief went up in the product. When I saw these people's results, Dr. Oz recommending it in Esquire magazine. Men's Journal says Vima is the best overall supplement. And then these clinical studies were done where that product's proven to reduce inflammation. So you work out, you hurt yourself or whatever, it'll reduce inflammation and also increase your immune system. So my belief went up out of the roof. So you guys, I got on this product in 05, like some of you guys were introduced to this. 06 and 07, I didn't do anything. I was a guy that was kind of like, yeah, I'm in Vima, but not really, I don't know, I wasn't, I was the guy on the product, kind of went to the events, got on some of the calls, never got with the leaders that you heard tonight, and got a game plan to really go step by step and make this happen, because I was busy partying my ass off, debating on school, debating on basketball, in a relationship, doing TV jobs. So I was the guy, but I look back, it wasn't the product, and it wasn't this company, it was my ass. I did nothing. And therefore, I got nothing out of it. But around, like I said, 06, 07, around mid-07, I had to make a change. And basically, I started opening up Vima to my network. Well, like he talked about, going to Poway. My network wasn't my friends partying in college, my buddies that were in the Navy, or, whatever. My network at the time, or people that were, playing basketball, was TV clients and realtors. I was meeting with these guys on a regular basis. So I'd call your dad, what's up, Mr. Johnson? Hey, I'm going to be in the area. I want to check on your TV. But, hey, I got this product called Vima. It's a liquid vitamin supplement. And my mom's had great results. Dr. Oz recommends it. You need to try this. I'll drop it off, check it out. And I would let them try it. They loved the taste. They looked at it, and they would order it. In about 4 years, I opened up Vima to our network. And we talk about the power of our network. You guys being young, we're the most socially connected generation ever. And so when you understand what we're talking about tonight, having an open mind, one, I opened it up to about 100 people. You guys, I got a little over 100 people on Vima in 4 years. And if you're here tonight and you're new or you're just kind of on board, that's not even one every 30 days. So ask yourself, try this, try this, and think about your Facebook, your phone book. Could you share this with some people and get maybe one every month on the product? Half of the people I share this with, obviously my mom's results, Dr. Oz, how I felt. Half of them just drink it. They have no interest in the business, and I'm cool with that because with a million customers, I'm going to be doing pretty good in this. But from probably like that, like 15 people saw the big picture, the depth of vision, the opportunity, what you talked about, retiring your mom, taking care of her. Talked about getting out of the Navy, taking care of his daughter. You talk about the real why, not about the money. I did the TV stuff for the money. There's a lot more of a purpose, I think, with this. But that's my point. 100 people every 30 days, and that's not even one every 30 days. Half of them just drink it, and 15 people had the big vision, the big picture of it. Obviously, they're doing well, but it's turned into like 6,000, 7,000 orders of this stuff, Vima. In my 4th year, I made $484,000. Wow. So I don't know about you guys, and I'm not here to boast or be that guy, but definitely have an open mind. I didn't go to college. I don't have a degree, not even a 2 year. I didn't go 1 day. Well, let me put the disclaimer there. I believe in education, and we'll talk about that. But the point being, you gotta have an open mind. You gotta be always learning there. But the point being is, I didn't go to college. My dream of basketball didn't happen. This TV business, I learned a lot about sales and service and dealing with people, a lot about timing. They say everything in real estate is about location, but everything in business is timing. And that's my point of being here tonight. Change where you're at, where you want to go, and timing right now is what we're talking about and why you're here. Someone inviting you here. Now, basically, that happened after my 4th year. Now, yet I had read a lot about this industry. This industry last year did 134 billion. And I read about these different companies that get way bigger than where I was after my 4th year. So my life changed again real quick, and I'm going to pass it to Charlton in a couple minutes. But my life changed. I got a phone call from a guy named Marty Weworka. Older gentleman, I owe a lot to this guy, and you can talk to Mr. Tim outside. But the point is, I got on the phone with this guy. He had great results with Bima, same like my mom, who basically calls me and says, hey, I got a friend in Ohio, great results with the Bima. His son goes to ASU, he's 21. He wants to talk to you about, putting Verb into a college team, or maybe Verb in the military. I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Sorry, sir. I've never really done that. I don't think, one, my friends being young have the money, because we're all on a budget, so I don't know if this is something that we have the money to do. And two, I'm like, I don't know if he'll take it serious. What are we doing tonight? Where are we going tonight? Where's the party, like we talked about? Living for the weekends, right? Like, I didn't think friends, they have school, relationships, man, sports, family, work, whatever. So our friends didn't take it serious. Well, I met this guy for 30 minutes, you guys, and I just met this guy and told him my story, the product, and the concept. I never saw somebody leave, dude, so hyped and so excited, like lit up, dude, like a tree. Because he saw this as a way out. That's cool. Honestly, the bottom of it all, when I met Alex Morton, he saw this as a way out to be able to graduate college, which he did, and not have to get a corporate job. So if you guys are me, and I don't have the degree, what other ways am I thinking about, making things happen? Anybody ever wanted the nice car, the nice house? Anybody ever want that?
No, right?
And again, it's not about the money, but money's about as important as air if you don't have any. So it's like it's hard to live, So why don't we talk about getting financial situations and problems out the way? But the point is, he saw it as a way out. So that day, you guys, I went over the story, kind of what we were talking about. He tried Verb and loved it. So number one, he tried it. If you haven't, check it out. He goes, dude, I love it. If I like it, my friends will. And I think we can all relate to that. Number two, he goes, if I make money in this, dude, my friends will want to do it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, the light bulb went off. If I help this guy become a success story, he'll never look back. Well, that's what happened. We got 16 friends on board at ASU and through Ohio State a little bit. And it turns into like 1,400 orders of Verb and his group going out monthly. Wow. And this kid hits a 6-figure income in 13 months. So it blew my mind because I'm like, damn, it took me 2.5 years to do that with parents and this. So it became this huge example. Like, dude, this shit could really happen. And it became a story, an example to all of us. In the Navy, the civilians, doesn't matter. But this can really work. And there's 3 reasons why. And I'll touch on it. And I think hopefully this is what you leave with tonight. This is the 3 main points why this is working, why we're having this kind of success. How people are getting into a new car, out of their part-time job, into a full-time income. Well, number one, 55% of young people our age can't find a job. Do your own homework, go online. It says in the news around 1 out of 2 young people, 55% of people 18 to 27 can't find a job. Anybody thought about what we're doing for summer? Work? Well, school just got out. Well, I haven't thought about it yet. I'm going home and figure that out this weekend. Shit, you better think about it now. Like, what are you going to do for summer work? Well, this could be a great plan. So right now, 1 out of 2 young people can't find a job. What was crazy, last week I was at Florida International University down in, basically by Miami, down by Fort Lauderdale. Huge school, right? Like 50,000 students. I'm on campus, all these kids walking across cap and gown. I went, oh my God, dude, half these kids don't have a job. Wow. And I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news. Hold on, because I don't want to hold you up all night. But the point is, you got to have an open mind. 1 out of 2 seniors graduating this year did not find a job. That's why we're having this kind of success. And number 2, there's a big elephant in the room, and every one of you see it, and I do, and I'm going to bring it up, and nobody wants to talk about it. It's eating peanuts, and it can't stop. It's called student loans. Student loans is the number 1 debt in America. I don't know about you guys, but my friends have 2 degrees. They're 50, 100 stacks in student loans, and they're working at corporate for $30 grand a year. Wow. Paying $1,000 a month in student loans. And I'm not here to say I believe in education, but I see you guys going out of state to go to Arizona State, paying $30 grand a year. And I'm like, dude, some of you guys, our parents can't pay for that. Some of us don't get scholarships and grants, and many of us got to work to eat. Really? So how do we take out these loans? Oh yeah, we'll just go to class. We just go and put our Social Security on a sign, and they'll give you the money. Well, that's a problem when you can't pay it back because it accrues interest, and you can't default. You can't bankrupt on that. They'll take it out of your check. Oh my God. So the point is that when you understand logically, how many of the seniors wait, oh damn, I switched my major up after 2 years. They don't even know what they want to do. See, that's the point of the night. It's going to help you, if this makes sense, get some direction. A lot of Alex, when he talks about it, he's like, I didn't even know where I was going in life. And with the job market, student loans, and I know better than anybody, it sucks working for $10 an hour. 20 hours a week, you make 200 times 4 is 8. At the end of the month, you make $600 to $700 after taxes. How do you get by paying your rent, car insurance, food, gas, phone? Yeah, dude, you can't go work 200 hours at your job this week to make more money. What are you, Iron Man? Like, at the same time, everybody looks around. What up, bro? You know anybody hiring? What's up, man? You know anybody has a job? Your dad has a business, right? Hey, you know anybody has work? And we all agree the job market's not that great. So the concept of tonight is not to sell you energy drinks. Yeah, we're all drinking Verve. Yeah, it's really the byproduct of what we're talking. It's just damn good. Yeah. And when you start to really hear the story and see the product and the concept, it makes sense. I graduated, my dream of basketball didn't happen in the car wreck. The TV thing I did was short-lived for 4 years. And in 4 years, I got to almost $500,000 by following people that already knew what they were doing. And my whole life changed when I basically started working with Verve in the college scene, because that guy hits a 6-figure income in 13 months. And so the job market, student loans, $10 an hour, those are the main reasons why we're having so much success. The other reason is Dr. Oz had Verve on his show in October. So I don't know about you, but go make an energy drink that is very healthy. Let's just logically say you made an energy drink that's super healthy, and Dr. Oz had that on his show. Tell me how you did it. Well, that happened to us. So our belief and people's belief is off the roof. Go on DrOz.com, you search, you see the video, and he has Verve on the table and talks about it. The reason you don't know what it is, it's not retail. Bottom line. Don't even ask me if we can put it in stores. It's no. We don't want it in stores. We don't want it in retail. Why? If Verve was in stores, why would I buy it? I'm not getting 2 cases from you. Why would I get it from a friend if I could buy it on my way to class? So if this was in stores, we've cut out the middleman. 7-Eleven owners, you're out, dude. Shell owners, you're out, homie. Like, this is a way for young people to get on their feet by promoting a product. Which, oh yeah, bro, did you see Iron Man 3? Yeah, shit, go see that tonight. Woo! Yeah, you go see it. I don't get credit for that. I can tell every one of you go to Starbucks right after this meeting, I don't get a dime. We do that every day, from the clothes we wear, Volcom, to the movie, to the concert. You see Drake, and then, let's all go find a Drake ticket. Like, and it's funny because if you learn the social network, you can take your Facebook phone book and funnel that into this and build a business. And that's the answer tonight, is start your own business, you guys. I don't care if you're in the Navy, you're a civilian, you're in college, because why? It's not hard to start your own business. You need a vehicle, like a car. I tell you about the basketball didn't happen. The TV business was a vehicle, dude. 4 years. I bought a house in San Marcos. I got on my feet. I got where I wanted to be, but I had to make a change because the economy hit. And I never even thought, like others, that I'd be here tonight, telling you what I'm going to tell you right now. So have an open mind, number one. But no, you got to check out the product. It tastes good, healthy, Dr. Oz. Official drink of the Phoenix Suns. There's a Verve nightclub. Go on YouTube, Verve Phoenix Suns. Go on and Google Verve Phoenix Suns and read about why Rick Welch made us their official energy drink. Wow. He's the president of the Phoenix Suns. So do your homework. So my belief went out the roof. And, if you try the product, number two, the biggest thing I wanted to know that day when I met with my dad, when I met with Alex, he tried it and liked it, and he's like, if I make money, my friends want to do it. I showed him the numbers and a method. And I wanted to know that day I met with my dad. I said, Dad, I love the product. I'm good with the drink. But I know a lot of people, man, and I know people are making money with this. I want to know the numbers and the methods. And if you leave here tonight and you grasp from, I'm going to tell you real quick, it's not rocket science. You build 2 legs, 2 teams, a left and a right. You track on your iPhone. You can log in on the website and see it. But let's say, where do you go to school, man? Where are you from? Memphis. You're from Memphis, right? All right, so, shoot, let's say, you and I grew up playing basketball together, and shoot, you're here, but we're working out. I let you try Verve. You saw the big picture. You watched the video, and you're like, damn, this shit's gonna be huge. And you called a friend, and because you're from Memphis, people that live in Jackson and people from like Ole Miss. Let's say you got a friend on at Ole Miss, and so that he got 4 orders on your group. So let's say on one leg of your team, you got one friend on board who got 4 people on the product at Ole Miss. Think of 2 schools or 2 areas: Navy, Marines, Air Force. Which one of you Navy guys want to capitalize on a business to get other people in maybe the Marines on board? That'd be a pretty cool idea, damn. Yeah. But the point being is think of 2 schools or 2 areas. Okay, and then where are you from, dude? Malibu, California. Malibu, right? Think of people in LA. Okay, so let's say we grew up surfing, dude. I grew up, all all the time up there, and your buddy goes to UCLA, right? He's in Westwood. So let's say you tried Verb, you were surfing, and your homie at UCLA got on. He saw the big picture and got 4 people on UCLA. There's 30,000 kids there. Ole Miss has like 15,000. I've been there a lot. So when you have 5 orders on one side, 5 on the other, you guys, you're making about $200 a month. Catch this. You're not rich, but what I found in this business is that, one, you're making a little bit of money and you're paying for your product. That's like you and I owning a Subway and not putting any money into it, and it's all profit. That'd be a great business. Wow. So 5 left, 5 right. Or get 3 people on the product, you guys, which is simple. We'll show you how to do it. Your mom on the Vima, your aunt on the Vima blood pressure, your uncle for cholesterol. Get them on body, this body product where people can lose weight with it. It's the real deal. Oh, yeah. It's got 20 grams of protein. It's great, like pre-workout. But 3 customers, your product's free. So I help people in my group do that right away. And then psychologically, you're not out anything. So that's one step. 3 customers, 5 left, 5 right. When your 4 buddies got 5, so I got 20 orders on my left, and it's easy to track. And then your 5 buddies up in Westwood got 7. 35 on one side, 20 on the other, orders of product, and your goal making $600 to $700 a month. Wow. How long does it take you to do that? You're right at it. Yeah. Okay, so look at the point is when you get to that point, look, anybody work part-time? Where do you work, dude?
At University of San Diego.
On campus?
Yeah, okay.
So like, let's say like 20 hours a week?
Yeah, well actually I work like 12.
Okay. So let's say you made $10 an hour, 20 hours a week. That's 200 times 4 is 8. After taxes, you make 600 or 700. So if you have 5 friends that got 10 orders, and let's just say logically, following what we do and how simple this is, which you guys do all the time, it's happening. People hitting this in a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. When we have 55 orders in your group, your goal, you're making $600 to $700 a month. You just quit that job. So why am I here tonight? Why is it we're showing you this, or what someone is excited about? Is helping you, one, get out of your part-time job, or turn this thing into that in the next 30 days, and maybe alleviate going to having to work at Chipotle, dude. I don't want to go work at freaking Radio Shack. Double that, you guys. 70 and 40. You guys are right at Diamond. Diamond means you're making $1,200 plus a month. At that point, you see all these people that got, at that point you can go get a 3 Series, they'll give you $400 a month for your car payment. So people are hyped on getting out of their part-time job into a new car and going when full-time, and you just track the numbers, dude. 700 orders on one side and 350 on the other. You're presidential making $100 grand a year. Wow. So it took me 2.5 years to do. The kid at ASU 13 months, and you're going to hear from a guy, Charlton, that did it in less than a year. So my point is, you guys, is at the end of the day, when you add it up, it's not rocket science. You just got to understand the numbers. One, gauge your interest in the product. It tastes good, it's healthy. Dr. Oz, the Phoenix Suns, is not retail. Number 2, the numbers are doable, and we're going to help you. We're going to help you step by step, hit 10, 55, 110, and help you get out of your part-time job in a new car and potentially go full-time. From that point, though, when you leave tonight after you hear Charlton, do some homework, man. Get on the website. Read about the product. If you read what Vima is, it's the real deal, dude. It's got basically, it's an acronym. 5 parts, vitamins A through E. So anybody takes a multivitamin, your body will absorb a liquid better than a pill. So it's got vitamins A through E, 65 plant-based minerals, mineral deficiencies. Huge athletes deplete their body of minerals when you work out. Mangosteens like acai, high in antioxidants. It helps with joint pain. Aloe vera, people know about that, internal, digestive or whatever, and then green tea. And I looked at it, it was probably the healthiest thing that I did all day. So if you look at this logically, it's preservative-free organic. It's a liquid vitamin supplement. I'm getting parents on this all day for the blood pressure, those different things. It's not designed to cure anybody, but it gives your body what it needs, dude. You don't get that stuff from your food. So, but 2 ounces of that's in the Verb. So when you drink Verb, you're drinking Vima. It's got a little guarana natural caffeine, a little bit of taurine and purified water. So, basically a double Starbucks has 200 of caffeine. But it has a little bit of natural caffeine, guarana, 80 milligrams, a little taurine and purified water. So it's not all that sugar and caffeine where you won't be all wiry and jittery and you won't crash. So do homework on the website, on the product. Read about the company and the owner, BK Braco's in town. This guy's a real deal, dude. Oxford, here in Arizona. Somebody that I know and I can trust. I'm following, this guy and what he's doing. I can trust where we're going. So do your homework on that. Number 2, though, look at our YouTube video. We got this video from youtube.com/Verb Energy. It's got like a couple million views. Young people on there being featured as success stories. You young ladies, there's a 20-year-old chick who lives in town at my house last night named Kaylee Warren. Woo! Yeah. And the only difference she has on you ladies is she's been in it about a year longer. So, and I can't even imagine where you guys, because you guys are growing faster, but the reality is, my point She fell in love with the product, saw the numbers, used the tools and the support, and got 9 friends on board since January of 12. And it's turned into like almost 3,000 orders in her group. Wow. And this chick's 20 making like $5,000 a week.
Wow. Wow, let's go.
Now, I don't know about you guys, and I did this little home theater thing and made really good money, a traditional kind of business, and I've done this. I've made a little bit of money in this. And the point is that I've never seen young people making that. Emily McCullough, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, this month will hit presidential, 20 years old. Been in for 1 year, that's $100,000, a 6-figure income. I've had 19 young people under 22 years old hit a 6-figure income in this business since last May. Name one kid graduating USD getting a $100,000 job this year. Nobody. And I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news, and I don't want to say I believe in education. If you're in school, get your degree. Why? When you're in school, you're open-minded, you're learning. When you're in class, you're open-minded, you're picking up, you can take a language and apply it to this. Take business management, international business. I had like 15 dudes from Dubai, from San Diego State, at my house last night hearing about this. That are, wait, why? We're opening Dubai in September.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think that logically, if you start really looking at your Facebook, your phone book, if you gauge your interest in the product, by show of hands, who's tried it and liked it?
Yeah.
Most people are like thumbs up with the product. Number 2, when you understand the numbers, and we'll help you with that, we'll go over it again, the tools, website, on the product, the company, the owner, the YouTube videos will raise your belief. Josh Noble was in that one video. He's 22 from Oregon. This guy is not the star athlete, was not a fraternity dude at all. Saw the big picture, September 11th, got on board. Last month cycled 1,300 times. He's 22. That equates to like $7 or $8 grand a month. $7 or $8 grand a week in the compensation plan. To me, I've never seen 22-year-old dudes graduating college making 8 stacks a week. And this guy's like ready to buy a house. I don't have a single friend. I went to El Camino, Oceanside, 04, that has a $100,000 job, and none of my friends, being 27, even own a home. You guys, fellas, you're not going to buy a home on $30 grand a year. I'm sorry, dude. Get into a different game. Change it up. Start your own business. But you need a vehicle. But go on the YouTube videos and watch it to raise your belief. I did a video on there called The Employee Mindset. Change your mindset from employee to entrepreneur. You think the guy working at 7-Eleven or Subway thinks different than the guy that owns Subway? Vastly different. The guy who works there, makes $7 an hour, thinks about getting to 10. The guy that owns all the 7-Elevens or Subways thinks about opening 7 more. It's a different mindset, and that's what you learn around us, working with us in this. You know, I don't see how, you know, you're going to learn the philosophy of business from a book. This is practical. So gauge your interest in the product, number 1. Dr. Oz, the Phoenix Suns, it sells itself. And it's the healthiest thing I do. We spend money on Starbucks, ladies, $2 or $3. Soda for lunch. You guys would have a burrito menu, have a soda. Energy drinks for you party or work out. My friends spend more money on alcohol, weed, and Adderall every day. And we laugh, but it's so true. And I'm like, yo, dude, put beer and video games down. Let's make money.
Let's go.
And when your friends start talking to you like that, and that's just actually happening, it's like, dude, this dude made $700 last week. He made more in a week in this thing than I do a whole month working at Staples. Wow. That's what's happening, dude. There's so many kids hitting that, remember that 100, 10, 55, 100, the diamond, 1,200, 1,500 a month. There's so many in my group, I don't even know who they are. That's how fast they're hitting these numbers. So the model works, the business works. It's not even debatable. Is it to work for you? Is it the right timing? I don't know. But if you honestly see these YouTube videos on youtube.com/verbenergy, and lastly is the support. You have the right product, the right company, the right tools and support. And the support meaning you have the people that know what they're doing. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I know how this works, and I'll show you. I'll help you. Why? Because if you grow, I grow. Leave all the bullshit outside, dude. Let's team up.
Let's do it.
So when you actually start to realize, man, that's what I love about this business. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your grades were. Life is not about what you know, it's who you know. I believe that 100%. You guys are going for the job and your dad hires, I guarantee you're getting it over him. That's just the way it goes. And that's my point. Use your social network, man. Who cares what this guy's Facebook picture is and what he's talking about and that shit? Who cares? It doesn't even matter. Like, use that as a way to connect. You know, we built this idea of Facebook, right? We built Facebook by telling our friends about it. And yeah, Zuckerberg didn't charge us, but he's basically worth about $25 billion. He didn't pay us to do that. So we talk about the timing with something. talk about making a change. You're talking about doing something different that can help you get into a home, get on your feet. But you check out the tools, the website, YouTube, and Facebook, and last is the support. And this, you have to support people that will not let you fall, let you just do nothing or you quit. If you can do what I'm doing right now, you'll be unbelievably successful. If you can do what they did a little bit earlier, you'll be successful. If you can keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be incredibly successful.
Let's go, man.
Because you know what? The ones that just don't step up and try to share their story are the ones that don't make it work. And that's all I'm doing. I'm telling my story. You know, the basketball dream didn't happen. The TV business was short-lived. 4 years to $500,000. Working the college scene in Verve, it doubled. I made $970 last year. And the point is that when you start to put everything together, the tools and support is the glue to it all. But in closing, before I bring up Charlton, it's not a get-rich-quick. It's no instant gratification. Some of you guys put years in the Navy like it's nobody's business. To graduate, like she talked about, and get what?
Nothing.
Not enough.
And I believe in our military and in our country and freedom and what we have. That's why I don't take it for granted. That's why I work hard at this. But the point is, we did this YPR thing. Wait till we do this NPR thing. That thing will be crazy.
Yeah.
That'll be huge. You don't think people in the military they don't drink energy drinks? Yeah.
Everybody.
You don't think they got to maintain? They got to maintain, right? And what are 100,000 Marines going to do coming home when civilians can't find a job? Start your own business.
Let's go. Let's go.
So gauge your interest in the product. Check out the numbers. We'll go over it a lot. The tools, the support. Doesn't matter what your background is, man. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It's where you want to go. But it's not a get rich quick. You won't have 50, 100 orders ready tomorrow. You want to run in like 30 days? Let's start jogging, dude. We got to run and stick with it and be consistent. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Ask anybody who's gotten a check in here.
Yeah. Everyone.
Okay, so it's definitely working.
Let's go.
It's not a get rich quick. You guys, we're in 60 countries. That's why the military will be unreal when it takes off. This is just new. For you guys in the Navy that are already having success, it hasn't even taken off, it hasn't even started yet. Because you don't know how many people are in Japan where we're open there.
Yeah.
What about all of Europe, Asia, over in Canada? I got a kid who just hit gold in Mexico.
Wow.
A 19-year-old hit platinum in Norway.
Wow. Wow.
So now, give that Asian kid in class a verb. Yeah, I went to Taiwan in February. The opening of Verve in Asia. They only had the Vima. 1,100 young people came to an event I spoke at. Height. They love the drink. They're stoked about the business. Why? The average income in Hong Kong is $800 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, people are looking for a way out, like Alex was that day. Oh, by the way, 2 years, April 11, May, when I met Alex, and now what has happened in his story, and what you're hearing tonight, what he stuck with and stayed consistent. You're just a little bit behind in time, that's all. That's a good feeling. Hey, coming. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, and Alex hit Royal in 2 years. By the comp plan, that's $1 million a year. So at 23, started 2 years ago at 21, we'll make $1 million from May to May. For me, I've never even heard of that happening. That's like NFL money, dude. And what's scary is there's many following the same pattern. It's actually happening faster. 19 young people under 22 hit a six-figure income in my group since last May. So my question is that something? Does this make sense? Hopefully your wheels are spinning on your Facebook and just spiderweb your network everywhere that you know people. But it's not a get rich quick. We're open in 60 countries. And lastly, I'll give you 4 valid points, and you can do your own homework. So I'll give you 4 valid points, and it's okay to disagree. So I'll give it to you why it's not a pyramid scheme. Number one, in my view, a pyramid scheme is illegal, or a Ponzi scheme. Well, last year in Vima, we did $117 million in sales of Vima and Verve last year. Wow. So you're telling me as a scam, we're $117 million we sold a product. If it was that big and it was a scam or legal, it'd be shut down. No offense, dude, but that doesn't even make sense. Right? At the same time, Better Business Bureau rates us AA+. Number 2, Dr. Oz would never have Verve on his show if we're in a legal business. Did you hear that, dude? Dr. Oz had that show on his show and it's a scam. Like, you can debate it, but it doesn't even make sense when you say that. the Phoenix Suns made us their official product, the Bobcats, and the Verve nightclub in the arena, all over branded. And we're a pyramid scheme. Read the article, Verve Phoenix Suns. Here's the catch to it all. Here's the red flag. Red flag, dude. If there's no product or a commodity, to me that looks funny. Because here's why. You spent money and you got nothing. When you signed her up and you spent money and got nothing, you got on board, dude. You got you got on board, and then the daisy chained all the way around the room. Someone got you, homie. Someone got you. Yeah, you too. And then last, you signed me up and I spent money and I get nothing. To me, that looks like a money game. If there's no product or a tangible item. And a lot of those deals are like 2 G's or a grand. That's number 4. And it's a lot of money. And you make all this money signing me up. Not how it works, you guys. If I order a case of Verve from you, you make 10. Big deal. If I got 2 cases, you make 20. Okay? If I get a silver pack at 7, you make 100. A gold pack, 200. So if people get that, 7 cases or a gold pack, which is double that, you can make $100 or $200. Now, that's optional, but here's my view. Here's the reason I'd get a gold pack. Number 1, you got to have product on hand. That'd be like us holding a Subway with no bread. Or for real, that's like having McDonald's with no hamburgers. How are we going to make money today? You have to have product to make this work. I have product with me everywhere I go. I carry it with me. Why? That time I didn't give that guy Verve, I know that dude would have killed it, and I slipped up. All I had to do is, what up, bro? Try this shit. I got to run, but I'll hit you later. I'm gone. Follow up is the fortunes and the follow up. We teach that. But the point being is that you got to have product on hand, but there's a bonus called the frenzy. The frenzy says when you get a builder pack, you get 3 people on board in a week, you make 700. I've got young people that bought a builder pack, 7 cases, got 3 people in a week, made 700 their first check in BEMA. Some people got 6 people on board in a week and made 1,400. And you can do that every week. Bro, you can make $700 a week getting 3 friends on board with this. You don't even need a job from that alone. But let's say you don't get a builder pack and you don't get 3 or 6 people on board. Remember your right and your left, 10 orders, 50, 100, the 2 schools, 2 groups. That's your monthly income. Wow. When you understand you can get your product free, 3 customers, your product's free, 3 people on a builder pack, 700. You can do a double of that and 14. Or the right and your left is your monthly income. You want to know how big these companies get? You ladies know what Avon is. It's been around for like 40 years. It's a great company. I can't find one negative about them. Lotion products. Mom and women do it. Charlton, what's up, bro? It's Brad. Yo, what are you doing tonight, man? Come over, I got these lotions. You gotta check this out. Sorry, man. You'll never hear me say that. It doesn't sound right. But the point is, yeah, check and make sure you're awake. Yeah. Last year, Avon did $11 billion.
Wow.
That's bigger than the NFL, bigger than Major League Baseball and the NBA. It's double the size of Red Bull. And you never hear about it. Like it goes. Herbalife, David Beckham, man, put FIFA down and learn how to Skype and Uber and do what we do. Learn how to tell this story. You know, and Herbalife, FIFA, David Beckham, last year, pill vitamins, bro. And last year it did $5 billion. Wow. Guys, these companies get huge, and I've never seen one in doing what we're talking tonight. Nobody at Avon never did it like this. Nobody's got the ability to do what we're doing, but we have young people engaged and excited, like you're hearing tonight. Life-changing stuff. This ain't no pie in the sky. But where people are excited, engaged, putting time and effort in, where we're making this kind of money with a product that I think fits us perfect.
Yeah.
So, I'll leave this with you guys, and I say this, and I believe in school management, because you're gonna be around a lot more young people to be able to build this if you're in class or whatever. But here's my point. A formal education will build you a career, and there's nothing wrong with that, dude. But a self-education will build you a fortune every time.
Let's go.
I don't say that, man, because get your degree, you're going to meet a lot more people in class. You're in the Navy, man. You should build this like a madman so you can hear what Charlton did. He didn't have to redo another 5 years. Change his whole life, bro. His whole life is different forever because he paid the price, the sacrifice of putting time and effort in, like the last year into this, and has made this a huge success. And it can happen for you. Because that's that self, learning that self-education. Well, in 5 years, I've enrolled 127 people in BEMA. And you're like, oh, that's a lot. That's not even one every 43 days. Some of you guys are way beyond that. Half the people I got on this are product users, and probably 20 or so saw the depth of vision, not where we are tonight. So this is a good-sized team right here. But where could this really go? Saw the depth of vision where we'd be by the end of summer, by the next school year, by next January. And basically 20 people is the reason I have 25,000 orders on my right and about 16,000 on my left. In 2011, I made 484. Last year on paper was even 970. And my point is, in last July, I hit Royal, which Alex hit last month.
Wow.
And my business doubled by November. I hit Star Royal. And 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I was at Coastal Carolina in Myrtle Beach, and my app updated. I cycled like 6,900 times. And if you add it up with all the stuff, it's like 50 grand a week. And I'm not here to impress you guys, but look at how big I think this is going to be. While you're here, someone invited you because you have a niche. You have a role, and you can take this and run with it. 4,200 colleges in America, 12,000 students, like the size of USC, is 50 million. That's not counting the Navy, the military. That's not counting high school scene. That's not counting, international. 50 million young people that spend money on what? Starbucks, soda, energy drinks, alcohol, weed, partying every day. And just all of us are talking around, looking around, and trying to find the right job. Start your own business. So my encouragement, I'm going to pass it off to my good friend. Have an open mind tonight. Number one, like I said, a parachute. If it's not open, number one, you got to try the prize. If you like it, great. If not, homie, no hard feelings, dude. Didn't mean to waste your time. But I think you can kill with it, man. You can. Ladies, you can kill this game. Because you girls smile and you'll get guys to a meeting. And that's just a compliment, it's true. But, I see these young ladies coming out of nowhere, platinums, executives, a G a week, 20-year-olds, 19-year-old chicks making a G a week. I'm like, damn. Some of our guys, man, we need to date some of these chicks. So gauge your interest in the product. Get excited about the numbers, man. Get excited about a short-term goal, a long-term goal. Use our tools and our support. And the bottom of it all is you have to become a success story. And my dad says that the one who creates the most success stories wins.
Wow.
And that's all I did. And I'm excited, but it's not about me. Because when you hear this story, it's going to change your whole life. So real quick, give it up to my good friend, Mr. Star Executive.